Hello, Yamobibia Kwaba about Spotlight on the Word, the Jumedi, ene onyankopon wa ma yenkwa na afei nso wa ma yakwanya se ye nu nhia na ye ni enkomo ene nkomo aye ba bedi no se ye hu flyers na ebia wani twa flyer ne so ana se ebia obi share ma wonso a nkomo aye di no world religions asoma hodo bebre na wo wiase so emu de ohe na etwa se nipa de ne ho edom etwa se ye gya ne nyina echidi ana se etwa se ye yimu bi ne edi echire so nukwe bi wo baako mu ana nukwe eni ni nyina mu we ene nkomo a enne ye ne edi on Spotlight on the Word na enye me nko na me di sa dwumedie we sei me ne menuanom Michael ena afei bra Obed ena ye di nkomo enti menuanom ye mo akwa aba
yo ya joso
yanwia
na apumboko de
nyame adom ya ho ye
ya da nyankopon ase ene nkomo a ye di on world religions no nkomo a ya pese be di no for quite some time now ti mi gidi se ye nyina ya very ready se nkomo a ye ba be di no ye beboa na adofo ehu eniema e beboa ma san nkomo we say netumi are very successful. Now before we do that why the need for this particular topic? Why should we discuss this topic? Minim say Obed, Mamisha Senfi, Michael Hornum first.
Okay. Said ye udi nkan eka no ye cheche enuanom a omadwen ne nyina ewo Facebook and say via YouTube na omohwe. We are grateful said any day nyina say Spotlight on the Word. Yeah, the discussion we say about omo make it time say omo be join here. Na ye be stress omo be share particular links na ye be to your WhatsApp platforms no ama foforo na won so itimi adwane discussion. So we bisa question no very important question because me the intia me so say important say be discuss world religions no and it's eto de bia we about other religions yen sheda enim enema bebre efa ho na apart from that no empo say enthusiasm ana ope say bia obehwehwe mu na won say na osumi kwampo no what is it about no yemu bebre na we don't do anything about it media mate me aka make say apart from videos via we hear on Islam any yenua Dominic any some other brethren man who say omaye videos be about Islam no anke kamia say I yemu bebre na yen shede any nema bebre fa Islam though we know from back in school you see say religious and moral studies ye hu sa religions ni ade but yen shede kai what it is all about na ye Christopher na we are not living in an island no it is important say nema try hu Asia religions we interact with members ana nkrofo omuji sa ade tumu no e wo say yetimi hu de ntia omo wo sa asumi ana de ntia sa osum no wo ho no na betimi aboa yen in any further discussion e be pese ye ne omo be engage ntia I think say it's a very important discussion e was obia edi no ho ehye bi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. I think I was muted a bit. Robert, over to you. Also, why do you think there's a need for us to have this conversation on world religions?
Okay. Said Michael Eddie Kankai, I think apart from saying yeah Christopher no, most people no the omoni Islam and I say enkremusum na say obi kan asem travel and see utu kwan a ana unhu enema ahodo bebre na one thing mehu kakra and say other places especially if you travel outside the continent of Africa ana unhu asom ene gidie ahodo bebre me kai tamana me Ghana na metie Peace FM omo program bi na omotai eka efre no ugidie ne sen menim se me sure say ahwefo ne etiefo bebre ebe kaisa program no GDA anything omotai eye no kwasiada enyumre na oba other and as all call other jurisdictions there are so many other religions only even who dressing na who say there be we omo nye nkremofo omo nso a omo nye a Christopher nti no say the mic kan no ehu hia yen a Christopher say yehu say yehu saa other religions we ni esua eniema efa omo ho. Secondly, as I say yetumi ehu gidie ko a omukura mu say the medi kan no say omugidie kura no enesen say yeka so bi ekremoni a den ana ema ne ye kremoni yeka so bi eye Buddhist a den ana ema ne ye Buddhist. In fact as me ya nom eye aduane ne ho enkwan, but there are several religions a Christopher say betumi aka onyankopon asem ama yetumi atwe akra aba onyankopon a e wo se yete sankrofo no ase omo gidie a omo kura mu se de yetimi sua eye presbyfo omo ho ensem yetimi sua romanfo omo gidie a omo kura mu na ye de onyankopon asem etoto omo gidie eho na ye hwehwe mu ne ehu se da bi we emfi onyankopon anase we efi onyankopon no saa pepepe ana ehu hia o Kristoni bia se onya entiase e wo saa gidie ne asoma hodo yi mu se de be ya saa kwanya ne bie anasa kwanya ba se ye ne saa nkrofo e be che onyankopon asem a ye be hu kwan soronko a ye be fa so a ye ne omo e be dinkita de etoso mienu wo se yetimi esua ehu saa nkrofo we omo entiase anase omo gidie omo kura mu esan say no say de wiase no kɔ no obia epedom kamia yes omo say ewufo krampo pedom na atiasefo first no na won time te say eye ebia Buddhist anase nkrabofo anase other religions no omo eye de Christopher ye de ma yen aye friend evangelism say ye kwa bonten akɔpɛ nkrofo aba be kan ye ho no me no de na menimu ane say Christopher enko ana na ye was a command na friend no the Great Commission se monko wiase afanan ba bia enkoka asempa ne yenwi ni akra emra meka ye ho. But other religions no say no said ye kwa akoye no akwakoye se omo nso no omo tre omo sumu nti said e medi kan ye no oba ye utu kwan a ohun ye ahokeka saa asoma hodoe no omo ewo. In fact omo timi koje television station broadcast omo beliefs any omo programs. Recently na me hwe TV ewo eye Canada hanom say na wo hwe okwan a eye Chinese fo ne omo som ne omo practices bi a omo age. In fact omo age krono aboso amache say be bia obefa bia no obi ate eye China fo omo som anaso omo gidie ene hawa omo so no omo ye omo niema no wate omo ate ehon ka nti no omo nam saa kwan no so pedom amba aba be ka omo so omo som ehon nti no Christopher in fact asudie kese edayen so nti I believe say it minya saa nimdie we a ebetumi aboa yen pa.
Okay, yeah, that's a pa what the subject no emu su kopa amaye. And to add to that no say especially me with this lesson no, my hope and encouragement and say you betimi I make certain things clearer because no, and I would like to ask Michael so betimi aboy with some Bible passages say sankomo we no if I enkwaje ho because almost all the time afufo be say and say some of these lessons obi no say obey any Hinduism, obi no say obey any Buddhism, obi no say obey som na bosom a adenti na e wo say ha wo Christo na adenti na wo hwe so nya wo de ye betime na Bible na so bi a e ma yes encouragement say ye ne afufo sa ensua de ana say Bible ni nyina so bi na ya na ye pe ne ye ne sa keke ye betime aboa ye sa pan so.
Okay. Dia medi bedi kan no eye asem bi a Bible e kan ho asem e wo Acts chapter 4 verse 12. Acts chapter 4 verse 12 no can say neither is there salvation in other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Nti Acts 4:12 no kyerɛ sɛ edin bi enimu a eni hɔ a ebia yɛbɛfa so edi anye sa nkwagye na edin no hɔ no mɛka no sɛ tumi bi eni hɔ a yɛbɛnam so enya nkwagye ana authority bi eni hɔ a foforo bi apart from Kristo ne tumi a ɔwɔ a ɔka sɛ Nyankopɔn egya de ɔsoro ne asase tumi nyinaa hyɛ ne nsa yɛnkɔyɛ amanaman nyinaa ne suafoɔ no agye Kristo nkwa na etumi nam saa tumi no so de nkwagye de ma yɛ nyinaa enti pɛ mehwɛ Bible mu a the quotation yi kan ne sɛ apart from Kristo ne din mu no there is no other kwan bi a ɛwɔ hɔ a obi bɛyɛ den obi betumi anam so ɛyɛ den de anya nkwagye na sɛ ɛte saa deɛ a and then there is the need for us to make sure say yɛhwɛ other religions ne deɛ ɔmo claim sɛ ɔmo ɛsoma na deɛ ɔmo yɛ no sɛ saa nneɛma no aso ɛne deɛ Kristo ɛka no ɛyɛ the same thing ana ɔmo gidi sɛ ana sɛ ɔmo fa Kristo so saa kwan no sɛ ɔmo bɛ nya nkwagye ne saa nneɛma no deɛ a sɛ etimi yɛ saa deɛ ɛndeɛ na yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ ɔmo wɔ kwan papa no so but sɛ ɛba no sɛ ɛnte saa nso deɛ ɛndeɛ na ɛkyerɛ sɛ obi bia aka bebi o bia no regardless of deɛ ɔyɛ ne deɛ ɔte bia no ɛwɔ sɛ ɔsan ɛba n'akyi sɛ deɛ Bible no kan no na agye Kristo di mu nkwa na sɛ ɔnam deɛ Kristo aka no so nkwa na obenya nkwagye ɛna another thing na mepɛ sɛ mede ka ho ne sɛ ohwɛ ɛno ɛnyɛ direct Bible passage mu deɛ mama Acts 4:12 but I believe that there are more quotations we can quote but one other thing is that when it comes to onipa say how the world is created, how man was created, and our position on this earth, and what we have, like our position in terms of yendibia ewo wiasena, and in the end, yen destiny na. I believe say religion ya nyina no obia won de okafa sa nneema ya mabobo so no. And to me, I believe say the Bible ekan okay, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26-27 say Nyankopon bu nipa te se ne seso ni ade na ode enema ehye nipa nsa okay through Bible mu nyina utimi hu say Bible mu no ekire yen kwan a Onyankopon fa so ebo yen position a ye wo in this universe and esanso koso ekire yen say ye wu ekire no ohu atemu yenwu echi na atemu na atemu n'echi no ọkyerɛ yɛn mpo sɛ yɛwɔ ade bi a yɛfrɛ no eternal life nti saa nneɛma nyinaa no ɛyɛ nneɛma Bible ɛda na sɛ obi pɛ sɛ ohu die nti a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛsua saa wei na ɛno ne saa nyinaa so na me pɛ sɛ yɛgyina so na yɛmfa study saa world religions a yɛka ho asɛm no.
Okay, me da ase pa Obed patro so betimi abo ayen kakra.
Oh yes, so said your mic can no me passage na or the eba in fact e din bi ani ho no mo a or the amayen wo soro anase asase so anase ase a ye be fa so anato nipa be fa so obenya enkwa na Yesu Kristo ene ye de Peter ekan ye na Yesu Kristo nso enu mutun ekan ye I think John chapter 14 verse 6 one of the commonest verses aye nyina ye nim. Ose ono ene eye ekwan no enkwa ene no kre no obi emba eja ne nchen agye se onam ne so etini nkofo pi etai ekase oh all these religions are different pathways to the same God and I say mekano in other words
this is very common very common statement especially say your videos say afoforo to me catch oh na make no say oh na say obi ane ne de e say kwan de kwa akra nya ba akopɛ obetumi afa ofi obo ase kwa akra kwan ne nya one nti ade nti na opese yin na fa kwan ba ko ja obi ane obi anya ne de
yeah it's no sa understanding na say entiase a enkrofo enya ye no ana ema mu gina so mo ka sa ensem nanso enya no kre esan say yenra Yesu Kristo in fact discussion we nyina no we are looking at world religions from the perspective of the Christian. It's as the yen yijidi
Exactly.
and as yijidi and say Christosum and also your religion, you know. It is the best religion, as it is the only religion so unyankopon any. Dia kenyina no eye nipa ensa no nyuma na I think discussion so over the weeks no etiefo ne ahwefo eba beti ase dentia ya take that position we na emomo no enye se eye bosremu ka asem ye begina onyankopon asem so akyerɛkyerɛ mu ahwɛ mu de ntia saa asoma hodoe no enye papa na emomo no sɛdeɛ yɛdi kan aka no ɛwɔ sɛ etiefo ɛde to ɔmo adwene mu sɛ Yesu Kristo sɛ woyɛ Kristo ni a ɛsɛ sɛ wonya saa nteaseɛ ne sɛ ɔkwan biara ni anaasɛ ɔkwan foforɔ biara ni hɔ ɛka Yesu Kristo ho a yɛfa so de som onyankopɔn yɛn ɛde nkramofoɔ yɛn som nyame baako yɛn ɛne budafoɔ yɛn som nyame baako the same applies to all the other religions ɔsɛ obi a wamfa Kristo so ankɔ agya ne nkyɛn no okay, I think John chapter 10 or say or your kromfo obi a wamfa eye ɛdan ni mu enwura eye a friend is saying
Enyanku as the right door and the right window
exactly.
Yeah, the right door no.
Yes into no door no and ye hwe say door ben and as hwan and was see a fan so ekɔ eye onyankopɔn enche nti ɔsom a in fact, we are looking at it from that particular angle. Now, apart from Christianity, there is no other way to heaven, and I said no other way to the Father. Another reason in Suntia, in fact, and here say, yeshe sa other religions and we see Jao said the Odi can ebisa question. Yen Jao biano bianya de was say oye. Oshe Acts chapter 17 Paul bro call Athens na okoya na oshe the various practices and then belief systems of these Athenians ohu enyeme bi a ehye ne honhom ema at the end of the day one Athens in animofo hyiae na nkomodidie mu no okan say in fact omo nkrofo a na omani eje eye osoma hodo anaso mo pe nimdie bebre na okyerɛkyerɛ mu okenkan I think time when you honke be kenkan all those verses okenkan all those verses na oma ohu de nti a ehu hia sɛ onipa a waba asase so ohwɛ ekwan papa a onyankopɔn de ato honom de ama wo sɛ wo sɛ wo yɛ de be ofa so esom no nti no Paul enjai Athensfoɔ no amomo ansom a friend say enyame ahodo a na saa time no ɛwɔ hɔ nom no enti yɛn so a yɛ Kristofoɔ no ɛsɛ de Paul cast yɛn hwɛ no ne yɛnsua no yɛntumi njai ɛyɛ nkrɔfoɔ ma ɔmo nsom budafoɔ ne Islam ne other religions no saa kɛkɛ ɛwɔ se yɛde onyankopɔn asɛm no korɛ no yɛde ɛma wɔn na ne ɔwɔ aso no sɛ de bia Kristo ɛtaika no na watie deɛ wontie ne deɛ said Mark chapter 16 verse 15 to 16 ekano and the no ankasa nasem it's saa enkomo yi na I think so obi ohwe bia no me pese me ma o enya saa interest and say I was say to me ehu some of these things and moreover after the whole discussion you will realize the reason why so you Christonia in fact I was say oma weniche na also osum ni mu den as I say Christosum is the best religion, and it is just me who adjective for crumpo amenfa and qualify. So what they compare other religions are on the other for so you Christonia maweni enje essence wa ketua esun bebre e wo sra hemem. Me that's
pa answer ne beto aso just a little addition. Say this particular subject of world religions so the Okas say Christosum the best we are living in a postmodern world nipa bebre na pese omo be kanu kre atiama obi feel uncomfortable
yeah
enti akwai say obiara fa ne die bisa no na oka say oh is the best no bi say na say we o die nti o kasa no. Unfortunately, people have not really spent time to examine these religions to know for a fact say is it true what they are claiming. Say Christopher claim say yesu bi ba wiase nyankopon bi o wa amanfo hyedanje brain hwehwe mu obi ka say oye nkremoni a say oka say oye nkremoni a ne papa ne maame ye nkremofo nti majority of the people in the world follow certain religions because your war no and only your wound to
yeah where the
about me your war no now your Ghana nti na bia we Christo ni say nti no say nka wonye Christo ni anka e bia anka won ka de wo ken. Some of these statements, I think say people make them loosely because have
I think yeah, bro.
It's said ye na ye canon. In fact, said ye Braderick Ekan sa pepe and it's ye be share religion be a friend African traditional way. In fact, just for an example, the America say Christian religion is the best one of the is in fact the best religion you can ever find yourself in, because oko South Sudan Africa hanum say religion be nkrofo mo honom no mo asomu dedende. Now one of the basic beliefs of such of that particular community and as a society no, and it says so we entafo and as a yawo na say we ata the friend of atapeni ene atakakra no, so we atakakra omo ejidie mu no omo jidi say bad omen and I say musuo enti no atakakra no ye chill na ye de wo akọ ye de ben akoma crocodile meaning crocodile no ne din. In fact one of the saddest thing denchem ko South Sudan enti no se Christosoma amba me liberate yen emfisa empochire we mu a share the number of twins are 77 koma de ben omahwere omonkwa enti ta wo hwe yen ne na se wo ye atakakra kiye wo South Sudan ana nkenye Christosom ana aba ewiase enede ya anka se de etie no nka wonso no nka wa ye denchem bi de ben aduane enti no
just by the way obi e bisa say crocodile ni twie ne ho se achiche de I say achiche de edu kind of no me wa kai achiche de and our mind ka de say ka this
na when put the mentwi adwen mpo nkwa akiri bebre omo ye literature kakra no ewom se na literature de but ye asetna time bi etwemu mama first example of South Sudan who may be by no friend the gods are not to blame meaning omo making kind sa huma no epen.
I think it was a book and compulsory to read
I think now as part of the practices of that particular time no say ye wo na ye de wako okonfo nchen na okonfo no aye de sese oye nyankoma de bi a wo se oye na wahu wodaache ye wo osum bi a enede anase na me no kase no mo so no ti ye wo bi anase ye wo akwala ba wiase a omo hwe akwala no edaache kanche ehwe akwala na edaache se akwala ne nkura daache papa according to omo no the destiny ne nye destiny papa ete se ye de sa akwala no ekotum room na yeku sa akwala nti no sa negative practices yi even ko sa a friend of genital mutilation meaning say mate pen ya de yawo akwala oba
practice in Ghana
sa pepepe de ko tribalism. Ohwe m'anim say ya wo niema bi omate nkofo bi etete omonim. In fact, all these things find their roots in the belief systems of people. It is a Christosum nebeba na say the yes Christo kan you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. In fact, anka wo hwe me wo Derek say me ni baby aye wo by na ya sensan wanim aye wanim so many.
There was a time we had a program, a debate on Giving's Radio, Mene Brad Dominic, and this was one of the comments he passed, and I think it didn't really sit well with the northern community. Until maybe just by the way, some of them took offense. When he passed that comment, and I think it's good to clarify. So what you are saying, it's not suggesting say will be a nod nana yamana akama. To some of them, they said say it is a pride for them. So if it's pride to them, that is different. But
the Americano has to do with belief system, because some of these religions are one of the tenets, is tribal marks American Huasemi. And it's genital mutilations American Huasemi. So there are I am talking in that particular lens, from that particular lens. It's a offensive, and as I'm not trying to be offensive in any way. Into no way there, Miss Ramia Menamo Casay Crano, me will tribal mark a crabby, many muhanu say into no and yet or pine bonny biason American system. But I am trying to make us understand, say, most of the things we do, and as a Niema Nipa Eye Ewasasi so about 90% of them are as a result of the belief systems of people. So when many people the correct belief system and on a man who coin a money Niema etetesano. World religions is one of the most important things. I will say O Christo ni biano. He or she must arm himself with that particular knowledge. You can confront anyone with any particular religion and then be able to have a meaningful discussion with the person. And then hopefully, you can win the person over from all the bondages of that particular religion into Christianity.
To add to that, before I step off Kakrano, I think as we have this conversation on world religions, one thing you just mentioned that I would like to highlight in you. People do not know, some people do not know, whether you know it or not, you have a worldview. Obia worldview, Obia or belief system, even in the Western culture, now, among folks suppose say, Western culture, or religion, religion is one kind of worldview. There are other kinds of worldviews, but the question I was saying is your worldview correct? And I may say is your worldview correct in the sense does your worldview reflect reality? Belief system now, does it reflect reality? Because as we go through these world religions, one thing will become evident, there are a lot of superstitious beliefs attached to so many religions. And on Spotlight on the Word, the program, I think topic near superstitious. My name is Michael. I like Christianity and superstition. I say superstitious.
I think Christianity and superstition. Yes, me carry time to this.
Yes, Christianity and superstition. That program. Yes, I remember now. Cape Coast na video. Though some people do not, people lump it together to say, "Oh, Christopher is superstitious." Yes, to some extent, some denominations but we are a polarizing system into the sense a lot of people who call themselves Christians, they are superstitious. But when we go to the Bible and study carefully, you say or catch a Christopher say avoid it. Superstitious beliefs. Because Okache said, test all things, hold fast to that which is true. So if you can test it, it comes away from the idea of superstition. And as we do this world religion study, I am sure, say, to become evident and very clear what a superstitious belief is, what every system holds. Now, Michael, before you come in, the passage we read in Acts chapter 17, Bible has something interesting in verse 22. No, say, men of Athens, I perceive. I think it's not showing on the screen.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me try and show it again. Please, is it showing now?
Yeah.
Okay. I say, then Paul stood in the midst of the Areopagus. When men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are very religious. Now, this is important. Paul said he perceives, which means Paul had observed. Paul saw Areopagus for, and I said, one and what Athens, Paul studied about them. He observed them to see what happens there. Unfortunately, we do not know the times. I will keep on saying this. Video said we are not so observant of our times. We are still thinking, say, oh, people are receptive to the Bible, people are receptive to Christianity, people are receptive to God. We forget, say, we are living in times where skepticism, any atheism, it's gradually increasing. Today, maybe I'm a customer, it will interest you, say, I met a guy who says he's an atheist. Today at church. Yes, at church. He actually came to church. And they talk about church and they say, be a evangelism. And now I'm inviting the bar church. Recent evangelism came to see church, And now normally we invite people to come to church. And one of the members, I think so, we invite a brother and they say, Umbra Church, Onye Church of Christ. I think he lives in the community. And I buy. And when he came to the church, whilst I know me very rare church, and I met him and they told me, oh, this guy says he's an atheist, they've been discussing with him. Maybe if we can have some conversation. It will surprise you the kind of ideas this guy holds without having a proper understanding of even what atheism is. To say, okay, say, Namibia, and his worldview, Timesha says, maybe we have questions about his worldview. And clearly, I said, he has spotted some loopholes in what he calls Christianity. And say he is an atheist, but look at something. I say he atheist now, so atheist are me, But you say no son papa.
In fact, they make some of these. Some people are very naive in most of the comments they make. They are naive in the sense that Obitmika say they are working or atheist, and so GD say or Jitum say an anonymous someone and papa. You see, such now Kofi Bako can say the working contradiction, and I said the other it doesn't really apply, it doesn't really wash. And that is the reason why Peter made a statement. Actually, Yen Christopher, I think in First Peter chapter 3, verse 15. So we must we must always be ready to give a reason for the faith that we profess. And say Uyo Christo Nino, it is not just okay to say oh, when I kwesiada, makwa sorry, my favorite didier. There must be a reason why you profess to be a Christian, and that reason must be a sound one. It shouldn't be a flimsy reason. And test all things, hold fast to what is good. I was say ubia semubi or can I say GDB you must be able to defend it, you must be able to substantiate it, you must be able to provide evidence for which the awokano ujitu say and that evidence must be sound. Atheists, for example, it's you see the whole system is not yet sound. You see, you cannot say you are a human being and you don't believe in anything. The fact that you don't believe in anything, crown is. And see, there was one philosopher who said you cannot be an atheist, because the fact that you are an atheist means you don't believe in anything, and even that is a belief. If you understand
No.
me.
And that brings
Yeah.
the conversation back to the worldview.
Yeah.
Because this gentleman, honestly, today, I hope to have subsequent conversations with him. But
Yeah.
one of the inconsistencies I saw with him and so many other atheists and Indian communists, you realize he said according to him, he's an atheist, but he accepts the religion of the past, like the African traditional religion, or Jianini too. And I was like, okay, so if I didn't prove anything, say I was just trying to establish a common ground, just getting his idea. And he kept on saying that, hey, also you're a Christian, then I just about some. I was like, okay, just a few minutes ago, what catch them and say, oh, he said, say, if he can't see it, he doesn't believe it. I said, okay, I don't disagree with you. That's your point. But you just made that statement, and later you tell me that you accept the system of the past. I don't know. What do any mean? I said that. And yeah, then I would too. I say, you see, so this conversation, maybe Obi Tia and Adi Ben say, okay, we are just trying to make points, we are just trying, but there is a key point, say, everybody has a worldview. The question is that, is your worldview reflecting reality? And you're correct.
Yeah.
And now say, and you're not correct. Mike, I did answer. Who's an annoying meka. Mike, yeah, for world religions. What are some of the major world religions we can talk about?
Hey, I know the say kase beka ye nwie but dia mebobo so na say bia meja bi nso a yam brother obedi nso betimi abo ame. The nikan no meka Christianity. Na meka Christianity a amanfo bi me fan say omo ye into this denominational charismatic and Pentecostal movement no. Bebre na this idea say Christianity enye religion. Sometimes someone can say a relationship with yeni onyankopon.
Yes.
Meka say sad no very funny because omo mujidi say religion no as a bibia enhye dan yi, but was say a relationship with woni onyankopon. But if they begin to understand say religion involves practices and rituals and all those things are yeka ho asema, then it means that so far as in Christianity, there were certain practices, there were certain belief systems, no, it also qualifies as a religion. And of course, it's a relationship between Woni Onyankopon. And another thing is we Christianity free more major world religions, say Hinduism, Buddhism, there Shintoism, there Confucianism, there Sikhism, there Jainism, there kind of say traditional African religion. There were several other religions. I think say me with some of those things like Taoism, New Age movement near the other. Yes. Islam crampo de me ye through aha nina ka ho asceticism, animism. I don't know say over the being so be ka ho dia na let's not complete. But I believe say there are others that are not even major that are yet me ka ho asem sisia.
Yeah, I think that Mike O'Connor is the same thing. Most of the denomination, yen sister, men kind of say yen sister. I mean, who's where that mean farm, but the denominational world and as I may can't omo from a Christopher, but Oba Bible more. That ye down the diet, your cost watching and for adjing is so say. Onyankopon de kwan baako pɛ ana ɛto hɔnom de ma onipa. Okenkan the book of Genesis chapter 3. Think okenkan the last Genesis chapter 4, sorry, the last verse. He said, and as for Seth, to him also a son was born, and he named him Enosh. Now the chat will say, then men began to call on the name of the Lord. Ehanomo ana ɛhyɛ aseɛ miehu ɔkwan a nkurɔfoɔ hyɛ aseɛ ɛsom Onyankopɔn, the relationship they had with God. So right from the beginning, from the garden a nipa yɛ asoɔden a Onyankopɔn ɛpam wɔn efi ɛyɛ garden nim, na Cain eku ni nua Abel no Nyankopon bo a Adam ni Eve momo wo Abel eba Seth eba ebedi Abel anemo no. People started organizing themselves to form a religion, to have a certain relationship with God. And to say, because Christianity is a religion, okay, I think you just highlighted the book of Acts chapter 17. There be a Paul, Ejna Areopagus, say, I perceive that in all things you are very religious. And you know, after the whole encounter, Paul showed them the right religion. Internal Christianity, in fact, is a religion. And in fact, the word religion itself, as a yesha say, to me ain't defining it, but religion itself, yes, religion itself is there are so many definitions from research kakra, but basically, it deals with the binding of human being back to God from a Christopher perspective. So religion comes from a Latin word, leg, that's the leg, and rain is just binding again. So the binding again of human being back to God. So as a community and as Christians, your friend or religion, deɛ yɛyɛ biara na yɛde pɛ ɛkwan aba Onyankopɔn nkyɛn no, that is our religion. And that is what we are saying, say, we have only one way to Onyankopɔn. John chapter 14 verse 6. Now, there is only one Savior. Jesus Christ said it, I am the way, the truth, and the life. There is only one church. Ɔkwan baako pɛ anaasɛ asafo baako pɛ ana Onyankopɔn eba Kristo a ɔsɛ ɔno pɛ ɛne ɛkwan no ɔde asi hɔ nom wɔ asase wei so sɛ saa asafo ne so ana yɛfa so ɛde kɔ Onyankopɔn nkyɛn. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 4. Ɔsan so say he is the savior of that body. All these are telling you say there is a system that man is supposed to follow. There is a particular religion ɛsɛ onipa ɛde ne ho ɛhyem. Na saa religion na ɛyɛ kanfo de ama yɛtiefoɔ ne yɛahwɛfoɔ sɛ that is the Christian religion. And we will prove some of these things by investigating these.
Okay. I think that Debra Obed will join here in no time. Mike, you're
okay. Yeah, me wa.
Yes. Mami, for some of the comments, na yentwa and common so because NTBI the common ABC. Yepese ye keep brief but well detailed. Send a bear no fobetimia hena wa share ama for so on other social media platforms. Some of the comments coming in. Ahmad Khan on the my emojis yo yedase say oh hey Nob Steve say true, we see it as an offense to speak the truth to others. I think it is fear. We need to be courageous enough as Christians to proclaim the truth. That's the Bible. Yes. Michael, what comment be on this comment?
Yeah, no pan said Robert didn't kind quote 1 Peter 3:15. No, on say or can say yen say a big give you an answer to anyone who asks us the hope to which we've been called. No, or can be said with meekness. Meekness non say ebia a chere osrubi and as a bibisa. Until most of the times they move na I say on that make I time first time I met is na me back in na evangelism. And now yes, we call say mosque views we call Islam brothers be train on a discussion. So with that, no people.
Okay, finish. We are not.
Yeah, with that, you move a nice to say, hey, now me kokana say ye cutlass simia. Most of the times with that fear, because people see with a comment and me is not to denigrate anyone, but people see certain adherents of certain religions as very fierce and maybe the names or aggressive in a way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Going to such people to share the gospel with them. No, you move it, but said your kind, no. Or Christo Dibia, yeah, but one thing about faith, say you can't claim to practice your faith if you don't have courage. Faith and courage moves together. Example is Daniel. Daniel couldn't have shown Nebuchadnezzar that there is a God who is in control of affairs without having that courage. And for him to be able to let Nebuchadnezzar know that there is a God in heaven, he had to have that courage to demonstrate that indeed, or Jedianyame Ediamanu did, and on some Nebuchadnezzar image. So it means even as today Christians know, we need that courage everywhere we go if we really want to proclaim the gospel for many people to hear about. Nti the all can hear no crepa, the all can hear no crepa.
Yo, yeah, that's again, what the other person make you know, sometimes here evangelism, mostly team and many I rather prefer say you should Muslims for fear near alcohol rather. Now if you know alcohol other places, no, and it's because if you don't do that, sometimes nobody would want to go to them brothers and sisters or Muslims to talk to them because we don't know where to start from. And you don't want to also come forth as an offensive person because say when maybe I want to say in fear, who should say that some go kind of man can hear you and asem kakra day. But sometimes it happens like that. That I think it's important we engage with all of them. Yeah, bro, Isaac Tete, about comment section, you must say watching live. Thank you very much. Yeah, brother, bless Bugri. Yes, or some emojis for you. That's a power. I'll say well done, brethren. Yes, but brother bless on also show on Facebook and YouTube. Or ask brother bless. I think that's a show on ancient. I hope so I don't get it wrong. Ancient West, yes, Ancient West, and also on Church of Christ TV. And to make me checking it out on that platform as well. I hope so in the future we'll have conversations like we are having here on Spotlight Anyway. Thank you very much for joining. And I can also see say in the comment section of in NBA Bianca Samadan for Samomafo he's a skeptic, he's an atheist, and he joins us from time to time. And I'm glad he's here watching. If you ask questions, I hope you leave it in the comment section. Now you didn't come on. Michael has joined us back. So and I hope, say in the future, if it's possible to have Samomafu live, every time we go back and forth here and conclude, this is a good opportunity for us to have conversations like this. Yamreno Echo, to summarize what you have discussed, in the next one, we are going to pick some of the major religions are familiar with us here, do some comparison, look at what they believe, is it consistent with reality, and I'll keep on saying that. What they hold on to. What is their view about God? Don't make a mistake. The fact say 6 people are saying say 1 + 1 5 and just say we don't know the truth of 1 + 1 and I mean the Robert don't say the point in that say.
Yeah.
The fact say people may break can say I say but yen names are the omokano or make team just say no craning.
Yeah.
So we should be Obika Cherry, Lady Bika Cherry said, Church of Christ for crying more pesado, Debiana. I say, Mopesa say, Modiana right. Meanwhile, so Ubia Senadian and DNT Compo, Mudia, Papa Jenny. That approach is wrong. I am wrong. And me say, you fire home batasa. I don't know. And this is from Samson Akosi, or say, great brethren. Thank you so much, Samson, for joining us. Thank you so much. Robert, there was a commenter, not Michael Kahuasen. Can you also pass your own comment on it? Now you can come on it, please.
Comment, no, I'll say.
Also, we see it as an offense. I'll say true. We see it as an offense to speak the truth to others. I think it is fair. We need to be courageous enough as Christians to proclaim the truth, which is the Bible.
Of course, in fact, me aka as it to say a fear out of ignorance sometimes. Unse se wo ka bibi na se ade na wo ka ho asem no uni emunim dia sometimes no ehu kakra eba wo mu me kai time ani old school no say ye near kano mental into no ye bisa 2 times 2 2 no aka 4 the teacher ne ka say 12-20 na afe ato ne den into na no ka answer na wo de ehu ana any ahopopo ne ka answer because when him say answer na wo ka no correct or say you're wrong you are yet to find out say uti ye na atom uti anye ye na chese wechi ana ehu ama nti no ehu no usually no sometimes no it is born out of ignorance and nti na okristo ni bia no I will say armor yourself with knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. So as we go through these sessions, I would urge all of us to take interest in some of these topics and then learn a thing or two. You can't say about all the religion, but at least you can pick from this particular discussion. And so once you pick from this particular discussion, you will be very bold. Yes, because okay, in kind of book of Acts, also when they saw the boldness of the disciples, they realized that they had been with Christ. Internal obia or professor say we are Christonino. One of the key things that actually characterizes you as a Christian is your boldness. You cannot be a Christian and be a coward. It is not in the dictionary of Christianity. In fact, to me, the two do not mix, and I don't know how to put it, but you can't be one and be the other. It is impossible. Once you are a Christian, your boldness alone should actually prove, say, indeed, you are a Christian. And how can you be bold? You don't just be a Christian and then or by osmosis, some of these things. It doesn't happen that way. I will say, unya daje na usia, unya mre na usia. Now, the more you learn and the more you talk to people about it. One other mistake I mean who say some people do, and one of the things I would Mebo Wabaso Bema Derek and Mike, because you guys have been doing so many things over the years. The more you practice something, and I said the more you learn something and then you share with others. Every Sunday, every weekday, and all the time you hold debates and and other things all the time. The more you become proficient with it. And it's see some of these things. If you learn some of these things and you don't approach others to talk to them about her, once you don't get the courage to talk to another person the next time. And I would encourage all of us. Evangelism is not a one-man person. And I say, nipa baako edia. What's in say ya? Ukushia obi fufura. Now ni nipa na check. Ebia the first time or no, ehu kakra bebem because you may be confronted. But you go back, you do more research, you do more inquiry. You come back the next time or no, you will be more courageous, more courageous, more courageous. When you better tell no one than to see in your Bema Derek and in your Bema Mike. And by the time you realize you'll be turning the world upside down for Christ. I completely agree with what our brother said. Say, as Christians, sometimes fear cripples us. But we should always remember, I think in the book of Timothy, or say, for we have not received the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. These are the tools that we must make use of them. I think that's the few things I will add to it. Meaning say, Mike and so the kakra ever come one.
Aye, Mike, or just a minute to add your point now. Found common is.
Inti to say the inu obedi kan no. Say Revelation 21 verse 8 downwards no. Or say the fearful coward. And so they will find themselves in the lake of fire. Inti sa adene de I was say yetimi esua nyankopon asem na ye overcome na yanka se esan se ehu bi ntino abro nyankopon provide an opportunity senka ye ne afoforo nche nyankopon asem no na ye dwane afi ho se Paul ye sanka the people of Athens said ye nua obede kan no anko nhu nyankopon enokre no I believe say whilst we study and whilst we go through this particular topic, we will come to understand now. There many veggie home pie. I was saying invite in Myanmar. You see, some people are there. Omuye Christopher. They are. I mean, they are members of the church, and then yes, so they come up with some ideas. We say, I said, obi to me accommodate. Say religion way there. I said, never be omuye no. I said, hey, papa or any son, no problem. I believe so. We can examine all those things now. Yehu the Rebecca Fahon, and a being so or on yet Church of Christ need but me van so or sa sorry aka mu omu bi wo hon so a sometimes to say dia bibia si wona bra wu ni ade otimi ka say ntin o ka say religion we na best no because there was a time I met one guy ye can Christo sumu asema o say on de onko asori bio esan say nema bi obi dia ye no ana me say nti sesi ano ne decision ne den o ka je me say oh for him there he sees Islam na the best. And when you start talking about it, they talk about say bi omoya adoye, ebia omoye say omoye this that kind of things no. But and see, I believe so. If we take our time to look at all these practices, and I said the whole kind your world view and a system of beliefs no, and I demotivate one thing and not Robert kind say it was a you who how to interact with people no. There was another point and Nanke was said most of the things that are happening in the world currently, most of them are motivated by religious beliefs.
Yeah.
One common example. There was a time when I said, why is it that always US is always supporting Israel and all those kind of things? Then I realized that people have this idea, and my lecturer, Chakona Eka said, these evangelicals still believe say Israel ne promised land no nti obi bia odi ni sika ni bibia na ho de be support Israel no it means say wo san nipa no onyankopon be nam so ayeden you see when you study all those things out me won say chale enya ade bi e wo ho enya no kra bi eni san nema no aha but Christosum no say de onyankopon de man no say boy ho body na ekramu a eno na ede enkwaje ebebre nyina. I think my mic is muted.
I'm muted.
Okay,
so the comment that came in was from Mr. David Downs. He says, God richly bless you. Keep it up. God bless you too. Yeah, that's I said, over joining here now near your program. No. Okay. Until now, Hannah and Yadi common ABC next week. The Betty Bread, now you share some of the major world religions. Near compare the merits, the demerits, near which one and a reflective reality and the world view are a castle be a Unyakupon unshare in Namiadma next week, same time, 3 p.m. the patch up and in a delays kakra. In 0 to 20, what Ghana, yea, or Ghana, the Indian community, in 0 to Tosana, Robert, the only Ghana, on the Economy, into the Elephant. And yeah, the or has a network to the BNA, Indiana, they are say delay kakra. But remember, one is every Sunday, 3 p.m. Remember, like, but within the week, so we post videos on our YouTube channel and your Facebook page, you know, to make me here. There were interesting video coming up within this week. Please check it out on our social media handles and on WhatsApp, on Play Store and App Store. Make me download the Spotlight on the web. Say, of course, see ya. Me ma download you on my phone. Use see ya. We need the Spotlight on the web on phone. So I also need to me is here. Aha. And I'm beginning the one has see ya. And we can yes. To also make me be wait to download the Spotlight on the web app no on phone so on Play Store and on App Store. Aha. And to be saying it. Upcoming programs we are doing top on them. We do other audios. Sometimes they'll be complaining say we are challenge with the audio. So when you challenge anything with it now, contact here. When I resolve it now above. So you can also do that. Now coupon on share obibia. Coupon send me share bill. Within Eddie Derek down. So Mininia Michael Anan Kasukose and Ube Morty. When you coupon share the crowd.